welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.
An accent. We need God. Because only God can bring us out of this mess.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. My name's Doni Glover. Took a pause yesterday. I encourage you to make sure you take a pause when you need to take a pause too. Sometimes we forget that our mental health is everything. Well, that ain't your physical health. So we're going to talk about some physical health here. And to help me do that is Damon Nicholson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Man, we go all the way around Robin Hood's barn, only to learn that you live around the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where you from, Damon?
I'm from Law, Maryland. Born and raised.
But you know something about boxing?
I've been boxing since I was 6 years old.
You know something about Pennsylvania Avenue?
I know a little something. I train. Yeah, that's where I train. I'm on Pennsylvania Avenue. Yes, sir.
That is literally 4 blocks around the corner from me.
Wow. So I've been around the corner from you for about almost 5 years now. But
so
yes, sir. No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, but I've been in and out of Baltimore, man, my entire life. I got family in the city.
And Laurel, what part of Laurel? Because that's got like 3 counties that make up Laurel, right? Prince George,
yeah. No, actually, it's Prince George's, Anne Arundel, Howard, and Montgomery. So it's 4 counties.
Montgomery touches Laurel too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm from the PG County side. I'm from the PG County side of Law, right inside the city.
Are there boxing gyms there?
Yes, sir. My gym is actually Trail Lane Boxing is located in Laurel, but that's why actually I started boxing. I started boxing at the age of 6 in the local Law Boys and Girls Club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, why'd you like it? What attracted you to boxing?
At the age of 6, man, I wanted to play football. I was real athletic. I always outside playing football, basketball, everything, that you could think of as a kid. But my parents started me out with baseball at the age of 5. Then I played basketball, and then next was football. Back then I thought you could play pads. Play football with the pads on at the age of 6. So I told my dad, asked my dad if he gonna sign me up. So he went to sign me up for football, and he was like, "Well, 6 years old, they can't play with flag football at the time." And my dad was like, "Man, you can only do flag." I was like, "Man, I ain't trying to do no flag. I play tackle all day at home."
This at 6 years old?
Yeah, 6 years old. At 6 years old, I couldn't play tackle. That's all I was used to, at home, outside playing with my friends and stuff. So he was like, "Man, the other thing you could do now is boxing." I said, "Well, let's go." He took me to the boxing gym. My dad and my mother started taking me to the boxing gym at the age of 6. And I've been in the gym ever since, man. At the age of 7, I saw the Ali movie with Will Smith. And that movie right there had a major impact on my life. I've been boxing ever since then.
Movie with him playing Ali?
Yeah. That movie played a major impact on my life.
In my generation, because I'm a few years older than you.
Oh yeah.
When I
Yes,
think
sir.
of boxing and the most inspirational, it would have to be the movie The Greatest. Muhammad Ali. And
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
of fact, everybody had it as their class song.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
Greatest.
yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
it's
sir.
interesting how the right film by the right
Mhm.
people at the right time
Mhm.
can stick with you for a lifetime.
Man, for a lifetime, and every time I could sit and watch that movie literally every day and just be inspired.
Really?
So yes, sir. Yes, sir. That movie played a major impact on my life, man. So yeah, man. At the age of 6, I walked in the gym. And 7, it was at the age of 7, it was like I know exactly what and where I want to be in my life. I've been at it ever since.
Rocky was a great boxing movie
Yeah,
too.
Rocky was definitely a great boxing movie. When I was young, I thought Rocky was real. I thought Sylvester Stallone was a real boxer. Couldn't tell me no different.
I was watching the Rambo last night.
hmm hmm
So I gotta ask you this.
hmm
When Floyd Mayweather
hmm
gonna rebuild up in boxing? Or do we keep it the way it is? You
hmm
probably know Marvin McDowell.
Yes, sir, I do. Yes, sir,
Marvin
I do.
says if you give people a brand new gym, they might not be as hungry.
That's it. That's it. That's a good factor. For me, I grew up in an old school gym, and I've been to brand new gyms. It's cool to have a brand new gym, but it's nothing like the old school, to get that feeling, that hunger, So me, I say, keep it the way it is. So many memories are built
The
in
smell,
yeah, the
if you got a
smell,
real
you know.
super clean boxing
Yeah.
gym, it ain't the same as that old funky, dingy.
Exactly.
Hey, look,
Exactly.
there was a boxing gym up on McKean Avenue, just
hmm
below North Avenue.
hmm
I forgot the name of it, but a lot of cats out of West Baltimore came through there. Dude,
hmm
it was like on top of a garage. It was real
How long ago
small,
was this? How long
right
ago
off
was this?
North Avenue.
How long ago?
Oh, 20 years ago.
Oh, that was I was young in the game. I was young in the game. It,
Yeah. But
it's been
right there
so
off
many
of North
gyms in the
Avenue,
city.
right below North Avenue.
hmm hmm Trying to think, because I run North Avenue all the time. I'm trying to think.
So McKean is one block, a half a block
No,
off
I know,
Fulton.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I
So
just can't
it
think
was a
of.
little alley street,
Uh-huh. hmm
1800 block of McKean. But that's
hmm
years ago, man. That's when I first started being a journalist back in Sante. So
Okay.
you going to the gym. Let's get to the meat of this. You going to the
hmm
gym. Matter of fact, you got a big fight set up, if I'm not mistaken.
Not right now. Not right now.
No, no, no,
Not at this
no.
second.
When the story unveils,
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you're on your
Yes,
way
sir.
to the boxing gym, something, and you experience something you had never experienced before.
hmm Actually, I was on my way to I was supposed to fight the next day.
The
I weighed
next
in.
day,
Yeah, I weighed in. I weighed in. Um, After the weigh-in, we do the normal thing, rehydrate, uh, drink our electrolytes and Pedialyte and stuff like that, and get some rest, and then go eat. So about an hour after I weighed in, man, we went to my
because you got
hotel
to make
room.
weight. Let me just
Yes,
hold
sir.
you up right there. In
Yes, sir.
making weight,
hmm
you might be normally 160, but you're trying to make
hmm
147, and
Right.
then
Exactly.
it's a matter of time,
Right.
the electrolytes, the food,
hmm
weight,
hmm
water.
hmm
Sometimes, depending on how far you are from weight, you've lost so much that by the time you get in the ring, You could be
Yeah,
weak.
exactly.
With the other guy,
Exactly.
he might be more so underweight, and so
Right.
he can eat all he want, and he
Exactly.
fresh. So
Exactly.
5 or 7 pounds can make a world of difference in a fight.
2 pounds.
2 pounds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can make a like you said, a world of difference. But for me, at the time, I had a potassium deficiency. And potassium is an electrolyte, one of the main electrolytes that your body needs. You lose it from sweat, you lose it from you lose potassium a lot of ways, and so that's one thing I never knew. I actually just found out. But after the weigh-in, about an hour after weigh-in, I want to go get some rest, and my body just start cramping up, real bad muscle cramps. You might be sleep at in the middle of the night and your toe cramp up or something like that. Okay, so I was experiencing that type of cramps in every muscle in my body, from my neck, my arms, my shoulders, my forearms, fingers, toes, legs, everywhere. And you know, it was just a feeling I don't wish upon no man. And so so we got my body getting back to normal. My body stopped cramping up and stuff like that. So I laid down for about 5 minutes. Then I got hungry, and I went to go stand up. And when I stood up, my whole body just gave out on me, and I just had to lay there. I couldn't get up. If I moved, my body would cramp up. From there, my dad was like, "Look, Demond, because my body had cramped up before, but I always put the stuff that my body needs right back in me, and it'll come back together." So I'm like, this is one of them, another episode where my body's cramping up and I just need some electrolytes and I'm gonna be good, Dad. Just let me give me some more electrolytes and let me rest. He said, Demond, your body has never gave out on you before. We always get you back to normal and you be fine. I said, man, just let me rest. He said, nah, man, we got to take you to the hospital. Your body's never given out. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand up. So from there, my bodyguard and my team and my family and everybody, they rushed me to the hospital. They didn't want to call the ambulance because I'm like, man, don't call the ambulance because I want to fight tomorrow. I don't want people seeing that the ambulance is pulling up to the hotel and I got to fight tomorrow. The dude's going to definitely know he has an advantage. So they rushed me to the hospital. Um, when I finally got to the emergency room, they rushed me in there, gave me IVs. When they started giving me the IV, I'm like, all right, cool. I got the IV now. Let me take a nap. I'm gonna just go to sleep. And I woke up. It had been 2 hours. I was there for 2 hours, and they said, Mr. Nicholson, your body is much better now, but it's been 2 hours, and you have 11. We have given you 11 bags of IVs. They give me 11 bags. 11 bags. I said, Mr. Nicholson, do you have to use the bathroom? I said, 11 bags. I said, no, I don't. I don't have to use the bathroom. They said, Mr. Nicholson, are you sure? I said, I'm positive. I don't have to use the bathroom. He said, Mr. Nicholson, if you don't have to use the bathroom, then we're going to have to really do some blood work because that means your kidneys have failed. When they told me that, my eyes was like, I'm like, huh? Like, so I try to get myself up. Try to get myself up. I said, all right, well, you know what, Dad, help me up because I got to use the bathroom now. When they said that, I automatically had to use the bathroom, thinking my mind telling me, look, it's time to go to the bathroom. Um, I couldn't get up. I tried to get up on my own. As soon as they said it, I tried to get up and I couldn't get up. So I asked my dad to help me up and tried to use the bathroom and I couldn't. He said, Mr. Nicholson, if you can't use the bathroom, we're gonna have to do tests on you. I said, you know what? Okay, cool. So they run the test. They said, Mr. Nicholson, um, your kidneys have failed, and your it's called creatinine levels. Your creatinine levels are the highest we've ever seen. So me being a fighter, having a fighter mentality, I'm like, well, okay, is that going to affect me for tomorrow? Like my kidneys fail, can you get them back working now? like right now, because I got a fight tomorrow. I said, man, I can't. This is one of the biggest fights in my career, you know. I can't miss this fight. That shit. The doctor told me, Mr. Nicholson. He said, man, he said you won't be fighting. He said the numbers that I see. He said, man, Mr. Nicholson, I've seen marathon runners, I've seen UFC fighters, I've seen a lot of people kidneys fail. He said, but your numbers are the highest I've ever seen. He said, Mr. Nicholson, I don't think you're going to be not in the ring. He said, but not in the gym for about 6 to 12 months. And when he said that, it hit me. You know, it hit me like, hold up, okay. So this is serious. You know, it's something. This is something that I've never been through before. Anything that I've been through, you know, I've always gotten through it. It was a short pickup, and I'm in and out. And so when he told me that they're gonna have to put me on immediate dialysis, that right there just blew my mind. You know, but through it all, you know, I never gave up. You know, he was saying 6 to 12 months. I'm telling myself two to three. You know, I was already telling myself that. And yeah, man. He was like, he also said, he said, Mr. Nicholson, he said, I'm glad you waited till you got to the hospital to want to take a nap. He was like, because if you would have stayed at the hotel like your dad was telling me, he was like, you possibly could have had a heart attack, a stroke, anything. My blood pressure was I believe like 180 over 106. You know, my blood pressure was sky high. When your kidneys fail, everything shuts down. You know, so from there they put me on immediate dialysis. I was on dialysis for 10 weeks, and my body just naturally just came back. My kidney specialist was so surprised. He asked me, he told me I was truly blessed. He asked me what I did different. And he said, man, whatever you did, man, just keep doing it. And I'm here now, talking to you.
So you are, if I'm not mistaken, a special guest of honor at a benefit on May 25th?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And this is about a National Kidney Foundation serving Maryland and Delaware, the Sante, a taste of Baltimore. This business casual evening includes tastings from a variety of restaurants paired with enticing beverages. This is May 25th, 6 to 9 at the Baltimore Museum of Industry. So now you can't eat just any old thing.
I shouldn't do that anyway, but now I can't. But I can pretty much eat whatever I want now. But I still watch my diet and everything because, you know, with going through what I went through, you know, it's something I'm trying to stay away from. So I pretty much watch my diet.
But was it something? This was something you didn't do. I mean, you know.
Yeah. It wasn't something I did, but you know how you eat and take care of yourself played a major role. I was 100% healthy, but at the same time, by me working hard and not putting the right things back in my body, caused my body to shut down.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though you're working out.
Even though I'm working out. Not putting enough potassium, enough. You know, potassium is basically in almost everything we eat, but not putting enough back in me. Eating light, eating just small salads here and there, you know, instead of just eating my fruits, vegetables, meats, and everything, you know. So now, you know, I pay close attention to everything, you know. Sometimes you try to eat less when that's not good. You got to eat more, especially when you work hard.
Are you more vegan now?
I was when I was on dialysis, but now I don't really necessarily eat a whole lot of meat, but I'm not vegan though. Let me just say
I
that I'm
never
not
even
vegan.
thought of this. So
Yeah.
let me ask you this: out the clear blue, on television, you know, we here in Baltimore, down in Laurel, at least historically, I don't know if it's still there. Yeah, racetracks, horse
No,
racing.
yeah, yes, sir.
When I think of those jockeys,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they some little dudes and they look
yes,
hungry.
sir.
They look real hungry. They look
They look
like runway
They
model hungry. They look hungry.
yes, sir.
They
Yes,
don't look
sir.
hungry. They look hungry.
Yes.
But they gotta starve themselves to
Yes.
win. And I was thinking about it last night. If your job is killing you, all of us, I'm a writer.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
But if the stress or whatever associated with this job is killing me, damn, I gotta find something else to do.
Right.
Because I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna tell you something. I used to wrestle, but you talking about the 11th and the 12th grade. But I remember
Right.
putting on them trash bags, running around
Uh-huh.
the pool, running up and down the steps. And that's the only sport that I knew of in public schools where you paying attention to your weight like that. I guess also
Right.
gymnasts maybe.
Right.
But that wrestling was a beast, man.
Yes,
The
sir.
enemy
Right.
is you.
It's the same with boxing.
You
It's
your
the same with
enemy.
boxing.
I
Yes,
want 2
sir.
of them honey buns for lunch. Nah, boy. You better eat
Hey, that
half
was
of
me
one.
growing up, man. Hey, that was me growing up, man. That was me growing up. Growing up as a kid, man, I was chubby, man. So I always had weight problems. My mother said, my mother always told me, "Oh, nah, you're not starving yourself. Not starving yourself." So, man, I always had a weight problem with eating and stuff like that. But as I got older, I learned how to deal with the weight cut and stuff like that. And especially now, that happened when I was 26 years old. I was 26 years old, not having weight problems, but at the same time, even though I'm not having weight problems, I'm killing myself, you know? So now that I've been through what I've been through, it's like I understand completely, how to cut weight and how to really manage my body. They say the older you get, your body start to shut down and stuff like that. But I don't think that's what it is. For me, it's like my body is talking to me, telling me what it needs. You know? Yeah. Hmm.
As I get older, I remember a time when I wake up, I jump up.
Exactly. But see,
There's an
but
old
see,
joke
but
that the old
listen.
heads, there's an old joke the old heads tell the young heads. The young bull say to the old bull, let's run down there and stab one of them steer.
Yeah.
The old bull say, let's walk and stab them
Yeah,
all.
hey, that's crazy. My father showed me that the other day. Hey, I swear my father told me that the other day, man. My
My
father, he
dog,
said,
my dog 13 now. He used to
yeah.
race every car up and down
Uh-huh.
the field.
Mm-hmm.
Now he pick and choose. He ain't racing every
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, he's smart. He wise. You gotta watch yourself. You know what I mean? That's what it is. That's how I look at it now. I'm 29. I'm older. I'm not 20 no more. So the stuff I used to I used to walk in the gym, didn't have to stretch, get right in the ring, start boxing and stuff like that.
You know
But
you
like I
was
said,
wrong. You know you was wrong.
exactly, I was. You know what I mean? But now that I'm older, it's like my body, like, look, man, before you get in there, you got to stretch. You know what I mean? You got to stretch. You
Sha-
just can't just
and shadow boxing.
exactly,
Just with the
exactly,
hand wraps on, just shadow.
exactly. And then
But
once I warm up,
we
I'm
go
sorry,
straight
go
for
ahead.
the state. We want the state.
Right, right. Now that I'm older, man, my body is telling me like, look, man, you got to stretch and warm up before you get in there now. You can't. You're not just getting in there. So I look at it as we're wiser now. We're not getting older. We still young.
So
We
look
just
here,
wise.
2 blocks from Upton boxing over there with
Mm-hmm.
Calvin, Javante, Tank Davis, all of them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2 blocks around there. What's around there? Any vegetables in 6 blocks of the boxing gym.
Well, you right next door, you got Mama's Kitchen. They got some good collard greens. They got some good collard greens, some broccoli. Uh, Across the street, you got what is it called? Santa Maria's. You got
What you know
you
about
got.
Santa Maria's? You don't
Oh
know nothing
man,
about Santa Maria's.
I love. I need to stay away from there, man. Man, Santa Maria's got some of the best chicken parmesan I've ever had in my life, man.
The shrimp salad is wicked too, and the crab
Yes,
cake.
sir. Yes, sir.
Then they
Yes,
got a
sir.
blackened chicken Chesapeake. See,
Yep.
you done
Yep.
had all of the
Man,
specials over there.
man, I love Santa Maria's, man.
But really, DeMar, generally speaking,
hmm
there are not a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables
It's
between
not.
Lexington Market and Mondawmin.
Nah, it's not. It's not.
So
It's
many
not.
of us in the black community don't get our fair share of fresh
Mm,
fruits and vegetables. I ain't talking
right.
about the canned stuff,
Right.
fresh.
Right. For me, myself, I go to Wegmans, man, and I gotta go to Columbia just to, but I have to go to Columbia or I go to Whole Foods in Columbia. So I have to venture out a little bit, just to
And you
get
got to pay
some
more.
good. And you have to pay more. Definitely.
I go
Well,
to Wegmans. I go from
yes, sir.
Upton to Owens
hmm
Mills
hmm
to Wegmans
Yep. Yep.
because they got
You
some
know,
stuff in Wegmans they don't have around here.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, I ain't going
So
there every day. Just let me just tell you.
I go there twice a week. Twice a week. Twice
But
a
you know
week. But
your health is your wealth.
health is wealth, man. So that's another thing, sometimes I don't mind. I apologize. I'm in a hotel, man. I'm in California. I apologize. But uh it doesn't bother me, to pay the extra money, because I'm taking care of myself, you know. Health is wealth, just like you said.
Man, we got a lot of comments on it. We got a nurse watching. This is Dr. Eric Kelly down in Durham,
How you
Durham,
doing,
North
sir?
Carolina. And
Mm-hmm.
also Fatima West, she's a nurse. She works with people all the time. She's been sharing this
Mm-hmm.
all over the place, talking about kidney failure in African American men. So
Mm-hmm.
now it's one thing getting yourself back together. It's another thing, and I mean just coming about out the hospital bed, and
Mm-hmm.
then getting back to what you love to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're going through some mental trauma because this is
Yeah.
something you never experienced. This is a 12 round, this is a 15-round fight
Yeah.
by an invisible enemy.
Exactly.
And
Yes,
it's
sir.
inside of you because you
Yeah.
battling self, your
Mm-hmm.
old ways, your old habits. And then moms or dad might slip up and say, here's something that they used to giving you that they can't give you no more. How
Mm-hmm.
did that affect your family?
Um, you know what? That's crazy because I never really got a chance to really see how it affected them, because I was just so dealing with so much with myself. I know my children, they didn't really understand. They just seen the reports in me from dialysis and it was like, what's that? They wanted to play with it. They were young too. So honestly I never really paid attention to it. I know my dad, man, he took it heavy because my dad was never used to seeing me in that position. And me, myself, I'm in the gym every day. So me not being in the gym, I know it probably bothered him some. My mom too. My both of my parents, they used to seeing me in the gym every day for 20 years. So I know it had to be hard. It had to be tough on them. They didn't show it to me though. They tried to hide it from me. I'm pretty sure they did because
What, what,
I never.
what about your inner circle, your friends, your boys?
Oh man, they called to check up on me every day. Make sure I was good and stuff like that. And normally that's me. So I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it hit them hard.
Ho, ho,
I mean,
ho. No,
mhm.
normally you checking on them.
Yeah, yeah. Now they checking on me.
How did that feel?
It was tough, man. It was tough. I can't lie to you. It was tough. Um, those 2 months, those 2 months, man, was tough. I got a lot of thinking to do, though. I had a lot of thinking to do because at the time, I didn't know how long I was going to be on dialysis. I told myself no longer than 8 weeks, but after the first week out the hospital, my numbers they weren't going down yet. So I'm like, dang, it's been 3 weeks. Why nothing going wrong? So that
Because
first week, that
you thinking all you want to do is get back in the gym and fight.
man, that's it.
But God
That's
got
it.
you like this saying, Demar,
Relax, relax, champ. That's what he was telling me. Relax, champ. You gonna get back. You got a lot of things that you gotta get rid of in your circle, in your life, and everything. So kind of, man, I kind of look at it like, me, when my kidneys failed, it was a reset button for me, a reset button for my life. It added years to my life and everything because the way I was training, how I was taking
I
care of
heard
myself.
you. I heard you, Demar. I don't want you to go too far.
Uh,
You said, well, this is what came to mind. When your
mm.
life changes, your circle changes. When your circle changes, your life changes.
I said that.
No, that's what came to mind
Oh
as you
yeah,
were talking.
yes sir,
Because I
yes
heard you
sir.
say you had to change
Yeah, my
your
circle.
circle.
I had to change how I was taking care of myself.
You know what's
Everything.
going on here on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yes sir.
If you know anything about Pennsylvania Avenue, you know they sell probably more heroin than Afghanistan.
Yes
And
sir.
we got addicts of all races.
Yes sir.
Just like you got black addicts down there in the corner, you got 20 white addicts for every
Yeah.
black addict down there in
Yep.
that corner.
Yep.
So it
That's a
ain't even
fact.
about race. Once that
Right.
thing hits you,
Yeah.
and so as you look at you changing your life,
Mm-hmm.
what about those addicts? You deal with the same thing. You got to change people, places, and things because if if
Yeah.
if if you still got if a person still has a weakness for that heroin, but they go
Yeah.
around Pennsylvania Avenue, they ain't
You
gonna be.
sure?
Yeah, if
You
you try to
sure?
get clean, you need not to go to
You,
Pennsylvania Avenue.
yeah. Definitely stay away. Stay away. Every day I pull up, I see somebody leaning on the corner or something, or somebody walking and almost falling or something, man. It's a sad thing, it's a sad thing. And I try to make sure whenever I see that, I make sure they have help or have some water or something, because it's
But they
sad,
call it
man. It's
they call it people, places, and things. That
mhm.
if I'm an alcoholic, then you don't need to be going to Melba's.
Nah,
And you damn sure don't need to be sitting at the bar.
not
Because
at all.
if you keep going to
And
the
you don't,
barber shop, you're gonna get a
and,
haircut.
and exactly. And you don't need to be around nobody that's doing it. That's one of the things right there too. You are who you're around. You know,
Was some food
definitely.
places you couldn't go for a while?
Oh my goodness, man! I was when I got out the hospital, because they didn't tell me in the hospital because they was feeding me. When I first got dialysis, man, they told me, yeah, Mr. Nicholson, right now you're only allowed to drink a bottle of water a day, no more than a bottle of water, and you can't have no foods with potassium, no potatoes, no, basically nothing. Pretty much everything that I eat has potassium in it. So when they told me that, I'm like, well, what can I eat? And I was in dialysis with one of my uncles. Man, may God rest his soul. I was in dialysis with one of my uncles, and I was asking him like, hold up, you eat everything, like, and you drink everything. How you like? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, I don't know, man. My uncle Anthony, man. He was like, man, I don't know, man. I just do this and do that. But I didn't know when you go to dialysis, they drain fluid off your body too. So that's what was saving him. They was draining the fluid and changing his blood. But for me, I was like, man, look, I'm I'm not trying to be in here for no 6 to 12 months or a year. If they say I can't eat this or I got to drink this much, that's exactly what I'm gonna do because I'm trying to get out of here, man.
You trying to get out of there or you trying to get back in the gym?
I'm trying to get back in the gym, man.
Okay.
I went to the
So you,
gym. I went to the gym one day. I didn't have dialysis, man. I cried. I cried, man. I cried. So yeah, that was my main focus, was getting back to the gym. Getting back to the gym, just getting back to the gym. That was my main focus. That was my only focus at that time.
It might be time tomorrow for. So, do you do any acting, or what do you do now? Because
I,
I'm seeing like they say, if you ever
I
want to make God laugh, tell
mhm.
him your plans. You set
um
out you set out to do one thing, but it looked like the good Lord is setting you somewhere that only
man,
God had in mind.
yes sir. So I recently was just on a I was an extra in the show. You heard about the show We Own the City? I was an extra on We Own the City. We Own the City. But I enjoyed it too, man. I enjoyed it. I was there for about 2 days. And the only reason I didn't keep going was because it was getting in the way of my training. My training in the gym and stuff like that. And right now, I don't really have a full set schedule with my fights and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to really try to go act, and then I gotta go to the gym and try to go act. So once I get my schedule steady with boxing, when I'm fighting every 5 to 6 months, then I'm gonna take acting serious. And I enjoyed it, man.
Hey
I
man,
enjoyed it.
I watched Floyd
Hmm.
Pacquiao. This
Hmm.
was a fight highly anticipated. Floyd Mayweather, Manny
Hmm.
Pacquiao.
Hmm.
But there was a caveat. Floyd is a boxer.
Man, Floyd is.
Pacquiao, look, he's a boxer, but he's
Mhm.
also a congressman.
Yeah, yeah. You got to
A
be
boxer
focused.
and a boxer congressman. Who's going to be in the gym more? The boxer.
Exactly. And when people, and a lot of, and see, that's why I couldn't keep acting. It was getting in the way. Boxing is, I mean, you can say it's a full-time job. People can
You
say
damn
that, but
right
to
it
me,
is.
but nah, it's a lifestyle. It's a
Yes.
lifestyle.
Oh,
It's
I
a
get you.
lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Like for me, I'm away right now in training camp with a guy getting ready for a world title fight. But when they call me to come and stuff like that, I'm like, of course, I get I can get paid to do something that I do every day of my life.
I
That's
want
cool.
you, I want you to develop your business even more.
Yes, yes, yes.
And when
That's a
we're
must.
younger, we can count on our
Hmm.
physicality.
Right.
We got to be using this the whole time, because who
Exactly.
knows, this might open up even more doors.
Man,
I'm
even more.
watching the NBA.
Hmm.
I'm watching the NBA, and more I'm seeing black men reporters, black men sportscasters. I'm
Yeah,
seeing more women, but I'm
yeah,
also seeing more black men. And I say that as a
yeah.
black man
Right.
because we're conscientious of what we see on that screen. A lot of times
Yes, sir.
it might be a black man, but he ain't the type of black man that we hang around. He ain't the type of black man walk down the avenue. What's up, dog?
Ex-
What's up? Your
Exactly.
dog might be a cat, meow. So so
Right.
so we want opportunities that don't belittle us,
Hmm.
that don't degrade us, you
Right.
know. So
Right. Nah, definitely.
just keep
Definitely.
God first, and He'll. Let me ask you: did you think you
Yeah.
were gonna die?
No, sir. No, sir. That was never in my mind. That was never in my mind. I didn't honestly, to be honest with you, Mr. Donnie. Um, when the doctor told me, I could have died, I was like, what? I didn't, that never went through my mind. The only thing was in my mind was, man, look, I need to fight. You talking about my kidneys failing? 6 months to 12 months at the gym. I'm not worried about that, man. Look, just get me right so I can get out of here. Even when they said my kidneys failed, I never even dawned on that because, like I told you, I've been through these type of feelings before. My body never gave out, but I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'll be all right. Just take me to the hospital. Let me get this. Let these
Get the
doctors do what they
electrolytes
do.
back.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be good. It's still crazy to me I was reading this story on this. I was read the storyline for the Sante. They said, because he almost lost his life, but it still don't dawn on me that I almost lost my life. I could have died, But I guess you could say I'm blessed and to even have this mind state. But man,
So maybe
uh,
you will be the first boxer in American history
hmm
that teaches young boxers
yeah.
about their first physical exam.
Oh yeah. That's definitely I'm doing that already. I'm doing that already.
We in the gym, we on the
hmm
basketball team, we on the football team, but
hmm
have we ever really had a complete physical?
Exactly.
Blood work and all.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
watch a
Yeah.
movie, somebody get hemmed up, they in the hospital. Oh, we're gonna run
Mm.
that blood work, gonna run this. And you know
Right.
what we forget, Demond, as black people in America, we already in a war zone. People be hating on
Man.
us just because of what we look like.
That's
It's like,
man.
why are you hating on
It's
me?
it's when you really think about it, it's been going on for so long. So I don't like to say it's sad, because it's not nothing new. But it's sad it's sad at the end of the day, especially when you see like I didn't grow up in your era. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. So I've never really had the chance to witness, the type of desegregation or nothing like that, But now that I'm older, I see it, and it's crazy to see it now. It's kind of unbelievable, but at the same time, man, it's like wow, like
Check this out. Let me give you something people don't think about. Over
hmm
here where the boxing gym is, this is 21217.
hmm
Try to get car insurance with a 21217 zip code.
right,
And then
yeah,
try car insurance with your zip code in Laurel.
it's much different. That's why I say
Try
I
living
realize
in
it.
West Baltimore
That's
where
that's
there
why I
are no
said
people
as I get older, I see it.
like
When I
bike
was
lanes.
younger.
Like bike
hmm
lanes. I've
hmm
been living in Baltimore 54, 56 years.
hmm
Ain't never been no damn bike lanes. Now, North Avenue is one lane of traffic because somebody thinks they doing us a favor. They're not doing us a favor. They're doing their damn self a favor. And
Exactly.
we ain't never had no bike lanes. And we don't see
Right.
nobody in the bike lanes. It's just nothing but space. But
I
somebody,
just I run in the bike lane. That's what I use it for. But you're right though. Ain't nobody never had no bike lanes.
well,
You're right.
that's the subtle racism that's so in your face. We
Yeah,
can ready to send $33 billion to the Ukraine.
man,
Why don't you just
man.
put 10 million on the avenue?
I was just about to say Pennsylvania Avenue. All they need is a million. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, give me $500 million.
Yeah,
You can ready to send my tax dollars to the Ukraine. You never said anything about Egypt, Liberia, Uganda, South Africa, Zaire, the Congo, Algeria. Like my mother country don't matter. Don't
yeah,
get me
man.
started.
Yeah, man.
You got me all fired up. I'm supposed to be talking about
Man,
diabetes, man.
man. And that's that's the thing we as people dealing with. That's what we dealing with. When I was I went to Australia back in 2016,
I don't
and
believe you. I don't believe you.
I'm
Say
dead
say
serious.
something. Say something that they say over there.
Uh, uh, hey Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Hey Mike. But I went over there, man, and same thing me and you were talking about. The people, the people
The
different from us,
Aborigine.
the Aborigine, they they speak about. If you go over there right now, man, you see an Aboriginal, you wouldn't even recognize them. You wouldn't even. Some of them you see they mix and stuff like that, but they look just like some the Aborigines. They're Aborigines. They look like Joe Biden. Seriously, the guy who brought me over there, he was like, "Yeah, man, you wouldn't believe it, but I'm an Aborigine." I said, "Huh? What?" He said, "Yeah, man." He was like, "Man, through time, through the course of time, man, once you keep
Intermarrying,
multiplying and multiplying, yeah, your
intermingling. But
everything gonna change."
let me tell you this, Demond.
Mm-hmm.
Those Aborigines in Australia, you
Mm-hmm.
think American slavery was bad?
Ooh,
Their story
ooh,
would blow the average African American's minds because they were
man,
cutting off testicles. Same thing that was happening
man,
over here,
man.
but because we
It,
never heard of it, we
it,
we can easily think
exactly.
we the only ones that went through something.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they
Not at
did
all.
they did the original people
Not
out
at
of
all.
Australia. They were
Yeah,
very,
dirty.
very, very mean. Took their
Yeah,
land. Same thing in South Africa, apartheid. Here, you go live on the messed
man.
up land. I'm gonna take all the good
They
land.
I'm gonna tell you what the man told me. He said, man, they raped the woman so much until they took the color out their skin. That's what they said. That's what he said. That's what he told me. I couldn't believe it. So I mean, it's so like when I hear about certain things, it's crazy, but it's expected. So the only thing we can do as a people is come together. And we make that
And
so hard to do because
identify
we,
and identify those things that aren't good for us, like
yeah,
diabetes, like racism.
exactly. Like and that's
Because
the and
now they don't want you to bring up, oh, you can't bring up that. The hell I can't.
listen, health. When people say health is wealth, that people we don't take that serious enough because the healthier you get, the better you think, the better you can operate, come together and really, really come together.
I got a question for you, Demond. Did you
Mhm.
start? What did you start eating more of? Like the ginger, garlic,
Um, I
lemon?
started. Have you ever heard of sea moss?
Yes.
Yeah, I started eating. I took once I got out of the hospital. Once I got out of the hospital, I had to basically I couldn't. Wasn't too much I could eat. So I was like, man, I got to become vegan. To clean my system. I just wanted to restart everything. So one of my good friends, he's like a brother of mine. Um, he's like, man, I got some sea moss. I said, for real? I said, man, I've been reading up on Dr. Sebi and stuff like that, and different little, herbal doctors and stuff like that. I said, man, I gotta try it. I said, I gotta try it. Please let me get some. And he gave me some sea moss, man, and I started taking it. And remember, I was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And when your kidneys fail, you can't use the bathroom basically. You can't urine at all. So a week after I got out the hospital and stuff like that, I was talking to my man. He gave me some sea moss. So I was looking up videos how to make the sea moss and stuff like that. So I made it. No, no, I'm
Which
lying.
one?
He made it for me. He made it
Oh,
for me. And then after I got finished the first job, I started making it my own. And 2 days after I started taking the sea moss, 2 days I started using the bathroom. 2 days. I didn't use the bathroom for a month. But 2 days after I started taking sea moss, I started using the bathroom. And I was 230 pounds when I got out the hospital. And so once I started using the bathroom, I was taking the sea moss. I was using the bathroom for 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes, I was using the bathroom for 1 week straight. 7 days. I lie to you not. This is a true story. For 7 days, I was going to the bathroom every 20 minutes. I lost 55 pounds in 7 days. So all the fluid, all the toxins and everything that was in my body was out. And still today, I don't care what nobody say. Once I started taking that sea moss, I started using the bathroom. Sea moss, I will say that sea moss saved not just my life, but not just my life. No, not just my career, but my life. Ever since that day, I've been taking sea moss every single day. Every single day.
If
And
people should ask you who Dr. Sebi is, who would you tell them?
a gift. He was a gift. He was a gift, man, because man, it's a lot of things out here that's great for the body, but once I started taking sea moss, man, it was just, man, it uplifts you, makes you feel good throughout the day, calms your mood, your spirit, everything. So man, like I can't really explain it to you, but people really, really have to understand, man, your body is golden. We still don't know what our body and our mind is capable of. But once I started taking sea moss, man, it was like a whole new door just opened for me.
Demond,
You
who's the
know,
greatest boxer you ever met?
I ever met Floyd
Yeah.
Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, man. Floyd Mayweather is probably the most not talented, but just when it comes to being smart and
Studies
just
boxing
timing
history
and
more than
spacing,
anybody I know.
man, he's one of the best ever, man. Literally.
Got
Yeah,
to work
Floyd
with him on
Mayweather.
his international politics, but in terms of boxing history,
Terms of boxing, man, he's the best I've ever seen in
it's
person
a
do it.
lifestyle for him.
Yes,
He,
still today.
if you catch him on a boxing question that he doesn't know, I imagine that he will work as hard as he does in the gym to find the
Oh,
answer.
he's gonna find out for you. Trust me, he's gonna find out. It's not too much about boxing that he doesn't know, and if he don't know it, he's gonna figure it out and beat you down.
I got some history for you. The first
Hmm.
black boxing champion that I
He's
learned
from
about
Baltimore.
is
From
not from
Baltimore.
America, from
Oh,
Canada. From Canada, but also one of the
I,
first
I
boxing
do
champions.
I do know who you're talking about, but I thought the first
I
black
think his name is Dixon. Richard
I thought
Dixon.
something like that. I thought the first black
You talking about Joe
world
Gans?
is that his name?
Joe Gans. He buried over there in Mount Auburn Cemetery. Ganz.
Okay, okay,
Joe
that
Gans.
might,
But if I'm
yeah.
not mistaken, the first black champion actually came
Was
out of
from
Canada.
Canada.
Because Harriet Tubman come out
Mm,
of Maryland. Harriet
yeah,
Tubman was going straight all the way up to Canada.
yeah, she was. Yeah,
She
Harriet
got
Tubman was from
property in
Salisbury.
upstate New York. See, we
Hmm.
only get bits and pieces of our history when, truth be
Oh yeah,
told,
oh yeah,
we've always been outstanding.
man. This
Despite what
is a
Fox
subject.
News want to put out there, we've
This
always been outstanding.
this is a subject me and you can talk about for about a day or two. But have you ever heard of Morse?
They ran Europe for 700-800 years, and it
Yeah,
only
Morse.
ended just before the slave trade. So they would have you think the Portuguese and the Spanish discovered the New World. No, they was piggybacking where the brothers have been going all along. We know our
Yeah,
history. And that's the
we do.
problem that some people
Yeah,
have because they come
yeah,
here with somebody else's version and they didn't do no studying. But I
yeah.
know my history. This is my latest book. Check
Yes,
it
sir.
out. I Am Black Wall Street.
Oh man, I'm about to get that.
Black Wall
Can
Street started down in Florida.
do you got the? Can I get that through Apple Books,
Amazon. Amazon.
Amazon,
I Am
Amazon?
Black
I am
Wall
Black Wall
Street.
Street. Okay,
And I
okay,
wrote one before that, Unapologetically Black. That's me at the White House. But the,
okay,
the real answer,
okay.
not far from Upton, is a place
Hmm.
called Everyone's Place Bookstore up around
Okay,
Penn North.
okay. Everyone's
Everyone's
bookstore.
Place.
Everyone's Place. Okay, Everyone's Place books. I seen that. I seen that.
You
I
got to
seen
go
that.
inside. The dude started off selling incense on North in Pennsylvania in the 90s for $1. Now he sells
Wow.
millions of books. He got a warehouse up the street from your gym.
Okay. Everyone's Place.
Everyone's Place. Brother
Yep.
Nati. It'll
Okay.
change. And he might even have some of that sea moss in there. But look here.
Okay.
I want you to take a minute and plug whatever you want to plug. Speak your piece.
Man, we you hit on, man, everything that I honestly can think of, man. I appreciate you. I do want to say I appreciate you reminding me of how important this is. Sometimes, I get caught up in boxing and forget where I've came from, what I've overcame and stuff like that, man. So I appreciate that for real. Definitely.
God is using you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I
And,
gotta
and
realize that sometimes.
it's
hmm
it's bigger than boxing.
It's so much bigger than boxing, man. It's so much bigger than boxing. But me being in boxing my whole life, still attacking my dreams, I
But
get
you
it. I
still
get it.
here. Look, I came out of
Exactly.
Dunbar in 83.
Okay.
That was the year that Reginald Truck Lewis
hmm
graduated. He went on to Boston. Remember?
hmm
What I'm thinking about, he didn't know he had a heart condition. You didn't know you had a kidney condition.
Right.
We got like they got all of this American rescue money and all of this crap that
Right.
politicians be lying and stealing.
hmm
Send every kid in the black community to the doctor to get a complete physical so
Yeah.
they don't have to, so they can know their status.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because they claim they love the kids, but these people lie. They said the lottery money was for the kids. They lied. That's all they do is lie. They lie. My mother say they lie rather than to breathe fresh air.
Yes, sir.
They lie for no damn reason. But Demar, how can we support you? Where can we follow you on social media?
Definitely. You can follow me I'm on Facebook, just Demond Nicholson. Instagram, Demond_Nicholson, and Twitter, Demond Nicholson. I like to keep things nice and simple, man. man, Mr. Donnie, man, it was a major pleasure, man. This is one of the best interviews I've had in a long time, pretty much ever. You know, to get on, they talk about the topic and just to talk about everything, man. I appreciate you, definitely.
Well, I got to thank, besides the good Lord, Karen Sagal for making sure that this interview
hmm
happened. She
Uh-huh.
reiterated the significance of making people aware. She sold the story, and I
Right.
thank God for her
hmm
that I get to meet my homeboy from around the corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Without a
Okay,
doubt.
Demar Nicholson, thank you very much. Come back anytime that you like.
All
And
right.
folks,
I will for sure. Thank you so much.
yes, sir. Stay tuned, folks, for the BlackUSA.News morning show. My name's Donnie Glover. Good morning, world.